Hi guys, Real Life with Rachel. All right, what are we going to talk about? It's been a while since I've been on here, but I've been kind of busy. I decided to try a new location in my house, and like I said, it's Real Life with Rachel, so what you see is what you get. I'm not a very good decorator, and it's never been my thing, but it is my sanctuary, and I love it. But so it's hard to tell what you'll see behind me. I do have I'm going to go this way back there. That's my old man Dunk, and he has doggy dementia, so he might start barking. We'll see what happens. I think he's settled. So let's talk about what's going on in my area tomorrow. Again, yay! I think it's still Winter Storm Fern. I don't know what we're up to. Maybe we're up to Z by now. But in my area, we've been getting plummeted by snow. Now, I love snow. I love it. I love it. I love it. But yeah, we've been having a lot of snow days and remote learning days, and I'm really over it, and I'm ready for some nice warm weather. But what are you going to do in this weather? Winter Storm Fern is kind of like a gift that keeps on giving. Kind of like herpes. Once you get it, it keeps giving. You keep getting it over and over again. That's how I feel. Winter Storm Fern. That's how she's acting now. But I'm going to tell you some things that you can do to help survive, because a few weeks ago it was nuts. Everybody was going to the store, going crazy, buying all kinds of stuff because they knew that supposedly everybody would be without power. Of course, there were a lot of people in my area that they did they did go without power. We were very lucky that we didn't lose power, so I was very happy about that. But there's several things that you can do in the event that tomorrow we're going to get hit again, that if the power goes out or if you're afraid of not making it, here are some things that I did, what I've done, and what I learned as a kid. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is know your weather. Now, there's several weather sites out there, and I'm going to be honest with you, you can look at three different ones and you might get 1 to 3 inches, 3 to 5 inches. Oh, you're going to get 2 feet of snow. You don't know. So just be prepared, because most likely it's never right, and we're going to get what we get. Okay? So be prepared. Some things that I've done in the past. One time when we did lose power and my daughter was a kid, we decided to stay hunkered down in my bedroom. And what we did is we found all the candles in the house, because that's what I learned when I was a kid. My grandparents grew up during the Depression, and so they taught me a lot of tricks. Um, Unfortunately, we thought it was a good idea. It did warm up the room, because we probably had about 25 candles lit. We could see what we were doing. It kind of warmed the room. The problem was we fell asleep, and I'm surprised we did wake up, because there was so much aroma in that room from all the different scents of my candles that, yeah, about killed us. So, yeah, don't do scented. Because I never understood why my granny got these crazy candles that didn't ever have a smell. I get it. I got it then. Because, yeah, you don't want to get the scent, because it might just suffocate you. You just never know. Another thing, too, that we did when we lost power, something that I learned from my grandparents, was that when you lose power, you're probably going to lose your food. We didn't. So what I did is I took a tote, put some snow in it, put my food in it, put some more snow on top of it, buried it in the snow, and put some snow on top of it. We didn't lose one item out of our refrigerator, whether it was in the refrigerator or whether it was in the freezer. The only bad thing about it is that you have to go outside no matter what time of the day to get what you want. But we didn't lose anything in our refrigerator, so it wasn't bad at all. The other thing I thought about doing is, like I said a few weeks ago when they said everybody would lose power, we did not. Yay! I was going to put a tent up in the living room. I really was. Right behind me, I was going to put up my tent, and I have a propane heater, put it inside the tent, and we would be cozy and warm. We do have 3 dogs, so we did have to think about that. And yeah, we could snuggle down, hunker down in a tent in my living room. We're camping out. You got to make it fun. The other thing you could do is go to your car. Why not? As long as you have a full tank of gas. Always make sure that I was always told, And I always had to make sure before a big storm hit that I went and got gasoline, because if not, it could ruin your car. Well, back in the day, we didn't have um, cell phones and things like that, so we didn't have to go charge anything. But if you need to, you can always go to your car, get warmed up, charge your phone, listen to the radio, maybe try to, because if you lose internet, you might try to get on one of your little apps and just get away from the house. It'd be like having an adventure outside of your house. Blankets. Get lots and lots of blankets. A friend of mine, a few weeks ago, when Winter Storm Fern first left us a gift, she was putting up blankets all over the place, on every single window, on all the door, uh, where you're going down the hallway, all her doors, all her windows. And I said, are you preparing for the snow eclipse, or are you preparing for a zombie apocalypse? She said maybe a little bit of both. I think so too. But she did make it through, her and her family. But a few other things. I don't know what this is all about. Why does everybody feel the need to, when they hear that there's a storm, they must go to the grocery store to get bread, toilet paper, and milk? I mean, do you not have these things on a regular basis? I mean, are you afraid there's going to be a milk, toilet paper, and bread shortage? My grandparents, like I said, they grew up during the Depression, so we always had all that extra stuff stocked in the closet. Extra toilet paper. We never ran out of toilet paper. Uh, Unfortunately, living with my daughter, we're always having to, we pick on each other. You better get some toilet paper. You better get some toilet paper. But at my grandparents' house, we always had plenty of toilet paper, plenty of bread, because she baked her own bread, and milk. Now, it's really interesting. I do go out before the storm, but I go out because I really need food. The way I eat, sometimes I go to the store maybe every few days, or maybe every day. It just depends on what I want. But I don't go out and prepare for the winter storm. I'm going to make it. I'm going to live. If I need to, I'll eat some snow. But you got to watch out for that too. You don't want to eat the yellow snow. And I have dogs. I would love to go make snow angels, but every time I went out there to try to pick up their poo, more snow fell. So if I wanted to go make a snow angel, probably what would happen is that would not be a good ending. There would not be a good ending there. Bad ending. It would definitely not be good. So make a snow angel. Go sledding. Take a walk. Uh, my granny used to say, go outside and let the stink blow off of you. Yes, do something like that. You've got to use your imagination. I think that sometimes we have gotten away from that. Like SpongeBob says, imagination. We've gotten away from that. Use your imagination. I've decided for 2026, not a resolution, but it's happening. I'm going to try to become a minimalist, blah, 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 and I'm going to redecorate, but I just want to get rid of the stuff. And that's going to be another episode of why I'm getting rid of the stuff in my house. And I'm not moving. I wish I was moving. Maybe I will move. I'm hoping and praying that I do move eventually. But anyway, that's another whole nother episode. So deep clean your house. Go through all the junk. Color in a coloring book. Write a poem. Call a friend. So there's many things that you can do. I know when I was a kid, we didn't get bored for the simple fact that, back then we didn't have technology. Now we're so absorbed with TV, all your apps, video games, talking, media, social media, that we don't allow ourselves to get bored. We need to learn to be bored and use our imagination to do really cool things. Now, some other ways that you can stay alive. Have groceries. Do you not have like a storage place that you can put some canned goods? You're not going to starve. You're going to make it. Some things we did to keep our feet warm if there was a winter storm, we actually took bread bags and put them on our shoes. Why? I think that was something that they learned during the Depression. Um, but it does keep your feet warm. Another thing you can do is put aluminum foil on your feet and then put your shoes on. That will keep your feet warm. You could also make an aluminum hat to put on your head because they say all the heat goes out of your head, through the pores. So you could do that. Um, you might get looked at funny if you go walking with your aluminum hat, but if you don't mind, if you don't care what people think of you, I say go for it. Why not? What else? What else? What else? I wrote some things down too. Do 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 do. Another thing you can do with aluminum foil, if you really need to, is you could take your aluminum foil and put it on your windows. And by putting it on your windows, it keeps the cold out and it warms you up. That's another story. I do have a story about aluminum foil and windows. You know what? This is really embarrassing. I shall return. Okay, I turn my camera. My dog is misbehaving over there. We won't discuss that, but yeah, there you go. So, write a letter. Do you even know what that is anymore? Write a letter. Solve a puzzle. Put a puzzle together. So there's a lot of things that you can do. I know everybody's getting sick and tired of all the snow. We haven't had a lot of snow like this. We used to have winters like this when I was a kid. I love it. I will say I do love spring and summer the most, and fall and winter. I like them all. But stop and think what you can do. Even if you don't have electric, what can you do? There's Go back, show your kids how to play board games. There's so many things that you can do to pass the time when you're stuck inside. Um, there really is. You just have to stop and think about it. Hey, everybody stay safe, stay warm, and if we get the snow that they say we're going to get, stay indoors. Don't risk going out and getting in an accident. You definitely don't want that. But anyway, this has been Real Life with Rachel, and I'll see you on the flip flop side. Guys, have a great evening. It's been Real Life with Rachel.